Okay, we are live again. It's been a while since last time. I haven't felt like doing live streams, but here we are again, doing a live stream. That's just me and myself, and I am going to tell you guys to stop feeding the narcissists. Okay, and I will explain, don't worry, I will explain what I mean by that. It may not be what you think it is, okay? I will give this just a few seconds now before I start talking about this so that you guys can join. Now, I am sure that YouTube, YouTube machine is now busy hiding this live stream as it is hiding all my Viking content and my, basically my Viking content. So, on the main channel, that is. I don't do Viking content here. Um, and by the way, to those who are complaining that I don't make Viking videos anymore, um, no, I do. It's just that YouTube works in such a way now that it will only promote certain content. Okay, enough about that. Let's see here. Um, Curtis, good to see you. Casey, HS Flow, Atlas Bear. I'm not going to do a collaboration with that YouTuber. No, no, none of those. That's not going to happen. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, I am not one of those guys who will cater to people's feelings. I am not one of those guys who will try to get views by saying the words that people want to hear. I'm not going to be that guy. Why would I want that? There are lots of those people here on YouTube, and you will not agree with everything I say, but we're all adults here, hopefully, so you should be able to handle that. Now, let's see here. Um, yeah, well, Atlas Bear, you see, yes, I get that's kind of you. I get content suggestions all the time, but I need to make videos that I have time to make and that I want to make. The last part there was the most important. I need to want to make the video. So, narcissists. Isn't it funny how everyone is called a narcissist now by people who don't like that person? That's funny. It's like that joke actually where after a breakup in a relationship, right? Uh, the man, he was abusive and controlling and everything bad, but she was perfect. You know, I guess you've heard that joke. You know, it's ironic. It's ironic. Certainly, there are men who are abusive. Absolutely, of course, we all know this. That's a tragic fact. And but it's like it's almost become a joke because that's what the woman will always say. But I need to stick to the topic now. Narcissists. Stop feeding the narcissists. Um, okay, how do you feed the narcissists? You do it on social media. And I'm going to talk specifically about female narcissists here and how social media is making women narcissists. Not clinically speaking, but they are making a lot of women take on those personal traits, if you will. So, if you go to, for instance, Instagram, which I don't recommend, but I'm on Instagram, and you see, and I'm talking to the guys now, okay, and you see a beautiful woman there, and you scroll through the images, the photos, all carefully edited and wonderful, and she's perfect in every image, and you start writing, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so fit, you must work out, and things like that. Stop. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Because what you're doing, if you do that, which you shouldn't, is that you're feeding those needs that a narcissist has, okay? And you're helping creating a narcissist. What do you think happens if someone, especially young people, um, when they go on social media, which they do all of the time, and it's full of comments like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so wonderful, you're so this and that. What do you think will happen? They will start believing that, you know? Now, don't get me wrong, I think we should all have a positive image of ourselves. And I want to say right now that I think it is a good thing to comment on people on social media in a positive way. Um, but commenting on looks only, I believe, is not a good thing. I don't think that should be done at all, actually, unless someone has lost a lot of weight or something, personal improvement and things like that. But for instance, if there is just off the top of my head, I'm looking out now at my car. Let's say there's, now we were talking about Instagram. Let's say there's a profile with a woman. Her interest is a certain brand of cars, let's say. I don't know. I'm not into cars myself, but this is just an example, okay? Or maybe she is restoring old cars, something like that. Then absolutely do comment on the work that she's doing, the result of that maybe she has restored this old American car or something like that. That's awesome, and we should encourage each other. But that's not feeding the narcissistic needs. That's being kind. That's being interested. That's in what this person is doing. That's being positive and things like that. So please do that. YouTube, as you know, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube now. If and again, we're talking about the females now. If there's a female YouTuber making wonderful videos, do comment on that. We need to lift each other up, you know. But comment on, what's happening in the video, the quality of the video, the editing, and things like that. Don't be that little idiot who are feeding the narcissistic needs of some individual on social media. Are you getting here what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Because if you are that guy who tries to, get in touch with women by writing, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so wonderful," on these photos on Instagram and all these other social media apps. If you're that guy, you're making everything worse, and you're distorting the self-image of these women as well. I believe that social media is creating narcissists. Not everyone, um, not everyone, of course, will become a narcissist, but it's very easy. It's very, um, I think it's easy for many people to go over to the dark side, if you know what I mean. Um, and from personal experience, I can tell you that um, I get a lot of positive comments, and I think that if I if I was not able to see myself from the outside, I think maybe that could have been capturing, if you know what I mean. That could have been not a positive thing. If I just immersed myself in all the positive comments, then I don't know. But luckily, I do have that ability to see myself from the outside and keep the perspectives right. So I think maybe that has something to do with age as well. Um, if you are 16 years old and you start doing YouTube and Instagram and things like that, I think it is a lot easier to fall into that trap of believing that you really are this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful person that people are telling you that you are. Um, that's my dumb phone and a message here. Let's see here. So, yeah. Um, how do you like being back here with a live stream, by the way? I was planning to do a walk and talk, but those I have to edit, and I don't really want to. I don't have the time to edit because this is not really my job. As you know, I'm a novelist, and tomorrow will be quite a busy day. Do you want to hear about that? Probably not. So, yeah, everyone should have only a dumb phone. I agree. I absolutely agree. King Snurgle Gurgle Son the Viking. Okay. Um, so, as someone with quite a substantial following on social media, I can tell you that um, positive comments are great. I won't lie. Positive comments are always, it doesn't really matter what, well, it does, but positive comments are always wonderful. But I am, of course, if someone just writes something very generic, that's nice too. But if someone comments on something in one of my videos, a particular detail, for instance, that's extra nice. If because then that means that that person has actually been watching the video and yeah. But there is also, of course, the other side of the coin with the negative comments. And I want to just, Alan Bristrick, thanks a lot for that wonderful donation from Sweden. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I want to address another thing here, the other side of the coin, if you will. Um, I want you all to imagine that you are doing the following. You are taking, probably you need a few pieces of paper, and on those you write, you're ugly, you're stupid, you don't understand, you're a bad parent, you are, yeah, things like that. No, I'm not saying that you should do this, but it's an experiment for the mind, okay? And you write that on pieces of paper. Let's say 200 comments like that, and you let's say you go up to your or down or into your bathroom, and you paste those to the wall so that you will see them every morning. Now keep that in mind, okay? What I'm trying to say here is that it doesn't matter who you are, negative comments will get to you after a while. And when I say that, and I have tried to say it many times, people will always comment and they will write, "You shouldn't care about the negative comments." Well, to be honest with you, most of the comments I never read. But YouTube there's something called YouTube Studio, and they have foolishly made it so that you will see the 3 latest comments there when you go in there and check the statistics, which it used to be not like that, but they Yeah, YouTube has made many mistakes during the last 2 or 3 years. Many mistakes. Now, so imagine you do that, and every morning you see all these comments. And then keep that in mind before you write to me here in the comments that I should not care about negative comments. Because you will. No, it doesn't matter who you are. You will, it will get to you. Okay? It will get to you. And it's not like I feel hurt. It's not like I feel hurt. I feel mostly like I'm wasting time. You know, that's how it feels like these days. It feels like I'm wasting time. Why are these people wasting my time? You know, I delete. You know, and it takes 2 seconds, maybe 2 seconds wasted. Um, yeah, lately it's been really bad on my main channel. It's been really, really, really bad. I don't know why, but it's not been nice at all, you know. So okay, that's what I wanted to say. Stop feeding the narcissists. They say stop feeding the trolls, don't feed the trolls. I say stop feeding or don't feed stop feeding the narcissists. Don't feed the narcissists. Okay? Don't do that. It makes you look stupid, and you're not making you're not making you're just making everything worse. Okay? So yeah, I have 4 channels. They are all linked in the video description and on the channel page on all my channels. It's really easy to find. So yeah. So I will take a look now at the comments or the chat. Hi there, Adrian. And I will not be merciful. Okay. Mike Rooks is asking, what's your opinion on young children using social media? Well, they shouldn't. Let's see. I'll just scroll up a little bit. Justin Trudeau. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, I get. Okay, yeah. So he's a narcissist, you mean? Yeah. Well, I I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Never simp, gents. Yeah, I know what that means, and yes, that's probably one way to say it. But it's like I don't like the term because they use it if I've shared videos from several female YouTubers because I want to help their channels grow, and every time there's some effing idiot writing that I'm a simp for doing that. Well, here's to you, you know. Um, I will continue doing that when I feel like it. It's called actually being kind, being kind, you know. There was a time when we were taught that if you want to be a real man, you need to know how to be kind, and you need to be kind to people. Let's scroll back. Let's see here. Odin's men are strong, says Norse code. Yes, certainly, certainly. Jason Davis says, I think you should do one-on-one interviews like a Joe, Mr. Funnyhead style thing. It will be more useful than addressing random chat comments from people who are most like morons, most of them. Well, I disagree, and I will do as I like. Thank you, Jason. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a good question from strong spirits, that gone strong spirits. Do you think this has affected the way many women interact with each other? Yes, probably. And it has certainly affected how many women are interacting with men. It inflates their ego. Now, this can happen with men as well. I'm not talking about all women here. I'm not talking about all women on social media, of course, but there are some, quite a lot, with inflated egos, and they think they're so great and so unique when they really are not. But yeah. Marion says, I don't understand why anyone would be negative here. No, well, yeah, I, that's just human nature, I guess. And, you know, yes, I have a bushcraft channel, well, an outdoors channel, you know. When did the video start? Well, it starts at the beginning. Being friendly and simping are two different things, guys. Don't stop loving your people. They'll need you more than ever now. Yes, absolutely. That's very important. That's Yogarina. Well, from Denmark. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for the donation. I think that's extremely important. Being kind. You know what I do? I will ask people when I'm shopping groceries. You know, if there's someone there with a lot of bags, especially if it's someone elderly or a woman. Not saying women are weak, but it's, you know, I will ask, do you want help with that? And they are shocked very often. What? Like what? But I will do that. I will do these things, little small acts of kindness. It is good for me, and it's good for other people. I think it's very rare these days that people do that, and it has nothing to do with gender roles or anything like that. It's called being kind, and many people they take it the wrong way, and that's too bad for them. I will not stop doing that. I will not. um, it's Aiden's mom here. Okay. Hi there. um, yeah, people are shocked when you hold the door for them. Yeah. Um, yes, Sterk on strong sprite. Yes. A man showing kindness and being sensitive is is does not make a man weak. Exactly, and I would say it actually makes that man stronger. And I will say that there are times when I will cry. I will, if there's a sad movie, I will cry, and why would I be ashamed of that? It doesn't make me any less manly. Um, there's this thing that men should not show emotions. Did you know it's quite a modern thing? It's probably a post-industrial thing. If you look back, you know, Viking, um, uh, Norse, I should say, um, myths, and it's full of emotion. It's full of emotion. Um, and I don't subscribe to this stupid idea of how a man should be. Oh, you know, you should be like this and that, not show emotions, and be the strong man, don't show emotions. I'm not saying you should cry all the time, but you know, showing emotions is a sign of strength, not weakness. um, I'm sorry to hear that about your pet. Yeah. Um, Just don't cry in front of your spouse. I think, why not? Why wouldn't you do that? If your spouse can't handle that, then why is she your spouse? Um, Kindness, it's never weakness. Absolutely. Um, and Rosandra one says, I'm not shocked when a man holds the door for me. I smile brightly and thank him kindly for doing so. I appreciate the door holding. Yeah. And you know what? So would I. Now, nobody holds the door open for me, but let's say I was carrying those grocery bags, and someone holds up the door. Well, that's kind, wonderful, you know. Um, so let's see here. Now, this is a different topic. I'm not saying you should be kind to narcissists. I'm not saying you should be unkind to narcissists either. I'm just saying that you shouldn't give them that attention where you write in social media, you're so beautiful, you're so wonderful, and all of that, all of those things. Yogarina says, my husband is a real man. He cries and he's the one who carries my luggage when I am too weak. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Monkoko64 is asking, do you like Pathfinder gear? I love my canteen. Well, it depends. Now I do longer hikes mostly. Not always, but when it's too heavy. It's just too heavy. um, let's see here. Yeah. Well, yes. Simon's Diamond Soul says some people despise kindness and are emotionless, but they are wrong. Kindness is indeed a strength. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Usually, when a man cries, divorce proceedings ensue. Well, if that's the case, that couple should never be together, because I think if a woman can't handle the man crying, then she is not a good person. Don't get me wrong here. You shouldn't be. Uh, don't get me wrong. Now, most often men are not as emotional as women. Not always, but most often. Myself, I am very emotional, and I need to be, because I'm an artist. I'm a novelist, which means I'm an artist. And if I'm not in contact with my emotions, I can't write books. That does not mean that I am overly emotional. It's just that it's a part of me that I need to, that is valuable to me. Okay. Um, Now, am I as emotional as a woman? Probably not. Well, most certainly not. But emotions are good. Emotions are not a sign of weakness, and it's a good thing, um, yeah. Well, yeah, I know this phenomenon where some women, they can't handle that the man has emotions, and if he cries, and but then again, I'm just saying, that's not a good person. That's not, if a woman like that, that's not a good person. That's a very selfish person, actually. uh, should a man be strong? Yes. Should a man be able to control his emotions? Yes, absolutely. But you must also be allowed to show emotions, as long as they are not in control of you. Okay, there's a difference there. I'm sure you're getting the concept here. Um, I'm sure you do. So, but again, back to the topic for this live stream. Stop feeding the narcissists. Um, I think that people will still do that. Even if I made this live, even after I made this live stream, people will do that. It's not like I just wanted to say that, because I am on Instagram with all the other narcissists on Instagram. No, just kidding. But I follow some female outdoors enthusiasts, and I comment on some of their images. And also, I'm quite interested in seeing photos from places where I would like to go hiking. But I do see, when I comment, I see, typically those generic comments. You're so wonderful, you're so beautiful, and this and that. No, I'm not saying that those people, those female outdoors enthusiasts are narcissists. I'm just saying that, well, look at this. This is what these guys are doing. They're sitting there, and that's what they write, and they probably write the exact same sentence to 10 or I don't know, 100 females females on Instagram. Um, I don't know, but that's my guess. That's my guess. uh, Instagram narcissists. Yeah, that probably should have been in the title. Uh, uh, let's see here. I'll scroll up a little bit. Yeah, narcissists hate emotions. Isn't that funny? They hate other people's emotions. Yeah, Gayleen Boucher, is that French? I'm sorry if I did not. I probably did not pronounce it correctly. Yes, narcissists, they don't like that other people have emotions. And then when we're talking about true narcissists here, which is a scary thing. And it's because I mean, narcissists can be extremely abusive. Can you imagine if you're in a romantic relationship, for instance, and one is a narcissist, and let's say the man there is a narcissist, and he won't allow his partner or wife to show emotions. That's very cruel, you know. um, let's see here, scrolling down. Yeah, also King Snurgul the Viking. Self-obsession is a plague, you're right, throughout most social media, unfortunately, particularly on very successful channels, which says a lot about the current state of humanity globally. Yes, yes. Uh, let me tell you this. Um, on my main channel on here on YouTube, if I, when I, not if, because I'm saying when, because I will continue doing this. When I show that I've made a mistake, no, I never make mistakes. Yes, I do. If I show any kind of what some people would call weakness, I don't call it weakness. It's not. But if I admit something that I was wrong, if I show any imperfection, oh, they love that. These trolls and haters, they love that. It's like birthday and Christmas Eve on the same day to them. They truly love that. And I don't care. I it's just a sad thing to see, to witness, but they really love that. um so but anyway, let's let's see here. Yeah. So yes, they do get more angry when I don't care. When we don't care about their reactions, they get even more angry. Um, um, I don't think it's linked to capitalism, actually. It's a human, it's a variation in the human psyche. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think I'll end this live stream here now, and I want to thank you for joining. There is a share button. It says share or something like that under the video. And what you can do is you can click that and share the video. Don't download this on some other platform, some on your channel. That's illegal. So please don't do that. Don't do that. But it's nice if you share. It's nice if more people can come here and join the community. You know, um, and yeah, that's all I wanted to say. When I feel like it, I will be back. I will be back. Did you know I have an outdoors channel? It is linked in the video description. I'm trying to grow my outdoors channel because I love making that kind of content. So go and check that out if you also like that kind of content. Okay. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Okay.